Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm just doing a quick one. I did a video like this a while ago. I think it got like 900 views. I don't expect this video to hit that many views whatsoever, but I just wanted to show you guys a couple of crashes that I did today in BEAMNG.drive. If you couldn't tell what game I was playing right now, you've been living under a rock, or you haven't seen my past channel videos. Anyways, yeah, I did a couple replays, I guess you could say, on the new Daytona Speedway by Poshore, I believe, was the person who uploaded this map. It could have been someone else. I do not remember, but it has to do with the Beam Stock Cars movement that they're doing. They're kind of doing the Beam Monsters thing that I think it was CRGZ did a while ago, where he you know, they obviously couldn't post them on the forums because of copyright, so they decided to make their own website and stuff. Which I'm pretty sure is what Poshore and Solar Power 07 are doing, except they're actually, you know, keeping the mods on the website or on the forums in BEAMNG.drive, rather than taking, you know, the Beam Monsters route and deleting everything from the forums. Anyways, they do have their own website, I believe. So if I'm correct about that in my assumption, I will put it in the description below if you want to go and check that out. Because the mod that I used for these crashes and also the skin pack were both from Beam Stock Cars. So, but they're also on the forums. So take whichever you want. You know, if you feel more safe downloading them off the forums, that's completely fine by me. You know, pick and choose the way you want to go. Anywhoosies, we're doing I believe this is I am Austin Dillon in this universe, because if you didn't know, I'm a sworn Austin Dillon hater. There's two drivers, maybe three, that I really don't like at the moment. I'd say Austin Dillon, John Hunter Nemechek in Xfinity, or no, just John Hunter Nemechek in general, honestly. And the third one is kind of like varying week by week, you know. Like last weekend it was just Joey Logano because he robbed Daniel Suarez of like another feel-good win. But I digress. Anyway, enough yapping. Here's the first replay that I did. Also, by the way, if you didn't realize, in all these crashes I actually have the blowover mod on. So this one, I obviously started these cars in the backstretch. They're not up to full speed. They're only at 145. I believe their top speed is like 189 or something like that. Anyway, I turned myself off the front end of Harrison Burton. Not sure why it's so laggy right now. And then I actually had the blowover factor pretty high right here, and you'll see why in a second. But right here, you can see the 3 car goes up in the air, flips all the way over, goes on his roof, flips back on his tires. And then right here, you're going to see something that you don't see very often. A double blowover. Gets back upside down, and then, oh, here comes Todd Gilliland with nowhere to go. Just like normal in the super speedway races. Crashes right into the roof. And then I got a nice little barrel roll out of this, too. It was a pretty nice crash, to be fair. I'm going to check something really quick, because it just said I'm low on disk space, so I might have to move a few things around. Anyway, sorry about that. We'll run that back in full speed here. Getting bumped from Harrison Burton. Oh, upside down, and then a second flip, and then get absolutely hammered in the roof by Todd Gilliland. This car, just like the actual car, actually, the roof flap thing, the roof hatch, that's what it's called, actually comes off of the car, which is kind of cool. And it shows you how hard I got hit in the roof there. Caved in the A Dillon on the back. I love to see it as an Austin Dillon hater. Anyway, that's the first crash. There was a crash further up, but I'm not going to show you that because it was just kind of like meh. It's kind of mid. I'm going to delete these as I go through because this is really kind of just like an archival kind of video, you know. I'm just going through these so I remember the crashes, and so I don't just like look at them twice and then, you know, have to delete them when the next update comes. Anyway, this is the second crash. We're going on board with Todd Gilliland, or we're going along with Todd Gilliland, I should say, for some reason again. This crash actually doesn't happen until the front stretch, and if I remember correctly, this is a catch fence crash, so this is an extra special one. So we're going through the tri-oval. Getting real squirrely. 3 wide, and then bam, uh-oh. Upside down on top of the 33, and then into the catch fence. Just absolutely smashed the front end of Kurt Busch's car. And then Michael McDowell comes across the track and destroys the front end of the 45 even more than it was already destroyed. Speaking of destroyed, look at this car. All torn up. AJ to the inside in this beautiful Andy's Frozen Custard car. Don't mind Austin Hill. He's off doing Austin Hill things. Kurt Busch's car completely destroyed. I cannot believe that this car didn't take more roof damage in this crash. I feel like I've had a couple crashes like... there's one crash that I had with Eric Jones this one time where a car came down on top of him and the roof just flattened. But right here it kind of hit in an angle where it glanced off of the roof and the windshield itself. And what's kind of funny about this crash is how long the car kind of like lands on top of 2 cars, and it's like the freaking scene in Cars when the lube car is like on top of someone else, the Jiffy Lube car. And you can see what I mean by like glancing blow. But it still did like a hefty amount of damage to the passenger side roof. Like, look at that. That looks like a less serious version of Brad's car at Atlanta in 2012 or 2010 or whatever that was. And a huge impact into the outside wall for the 34. His car, actually, I thought it was going to go over because the blowover coefficient is 1, and it can actually it can have a natural blowover even if the coefficient is 1, which I figured out, which is kind of cool. But yeah, we move on to the next one here. Let's see. I don't actually remember which one this is. I apologize for the slow start. It's just because it's loading in a bunch of things, and also my storage space is having an absolute meltdown because of update files that definitely need to be cleaned out. Anyways, we'll leave that for later, and a potential computer crash because of a big video file, but leaving that to the wayside. Here's another look. This is Todd Gillen. This is essentially the same drivers but with different paint schemes, except my Lord and Savior Kaz Grala is in the field now instead of Austin Hill. This one is also a catch fence crash, I think. It is, and that one was brutal, man. I mean, so brutal. And Todd just kind of crashes into the wall there. I'm not sure what I was doing with that, but Harrison Burton all torn up. Austin Dillon's car obviously so badly torn up here. And actually, I didn't see this in the initial crash, but actually Daniel Hemrick took a heck of a shot here. Let's take another look. So, get into the wall, car flips over. This is at the point where I was starting to turn down the blowover coefficient because it was getting to the point where it was looking unrealistic, especially in the high-speed blowovers. And look at how much of the catch fence that car caught. Like, it got in there so far that it almost went through the catch fence. And what's kind of interesting about this, car and this map, actually more this map, is that the car can actually go through the catch fence. But in my opinion, that is a huge W by the map maker, map makers maybe, because like I said, I'm pretty sure I posted this in the actual map thread. I said, like, it's better than being sucked into the wall, like the guardrails on shitty map ports. And this obviously had a lot of work put into it. So instead of having, like, the suck you in guardrail feature like it does in the backstretch with the tires for some reason, it actually has the same property as tire barriers in this game. So it just kind of, you can go through it, but it doesn't, like, it slows you down quite a bit, which kind of creates a semi-realistic type of catch fence crash. And I actually didn't realize that, but I did hit something outside of the track. So if I didn't hit that pole, I likely would have gone completely outside of the track there. So here's the cinematic camera angle, side by side with Harrison Burton down the front stretch here. Block him coming down the front stretch. Great run, getting loose. He pulls out to the inside. I get a little bit loose, come back across. Bam, up into the air, up on top of the wall, and bam, into the catch fencing. And that car is all torn up. I want to take a look on board with, like, one of these guys through here. Let's do Kurt. Spotter's telling him, inside, driver, inside. And then coming through the tri-oval. Wrecking ahead of you, back it down. Hit the damn brakes, Kurt. Oh! Crash bad. And hard into the ground. What a crash. Anywho. Next crash here. 117 megabytes. By the way, I switched up the paint schemes when I found like an adequate crash. I mean, not that that last one wasn't adequate, but you know, there's a couple that I just decided to keep in here for funsies. Once again, we got the Georgia Peanuts loadout here. We'll go from Austin Dillon this time. Go for myself. Doing some silly shenanigans, blocking the bottom line with Kaz in it. And I get loose, boom, into the outside wall. Up on top of a bunch of them here. And, yeah. I mean, a pretty bad crash there. But no flips in this crash, actually. Surprisingly. There were no flips in this crash. I'm not sure why I kept this one, necessarily. I mean, it did have a couple of pretty good hits after the fact. Like, Alex Bowman just absolutely crashing into us. Because the AI obviously has no filter when it comes to, like, actually braking. And then Kurt, oh, hard into the side of the 34 car there. Wanted to go back and see what this looked like from the external camera here. The movie shot camera. Put a little bit of slow-mo on that, John. And I'm surprised that Kaz didn't get turned earlier here into the thing. Because he got hit, but these guys didn't turn each other somehow. Look at that crash. Oh, up into the air. Almost did a blowover, but then kind of landed on top of the 16 and then got hit on the undercarriage by the 21, and that kind of sat the car back down onto the ground. Oh, look at that hit for the 34 car. And look at that. Almost did a blowover again in midair, but once again, the 21 car cucked me out of a blowover. And then we all just kind of slide to a stop. And these guys actually have a pretty serious, like, couple of hits onto each other there. And, like, look at this. Coming to a stop. Nobody on the way. Oh, look out, Alex, look out. Oh, upside down. Oh, huge hit for the 16. And then Kurt comes along there as well. Oh, brutal. Alright, just 4 more to go. Bear with me here. 164 megabytes. I believe this is the biggest replay out of all of them, likely because it was the longest time recorded. Not based on how many cars I spawned, because this is still the same amount. Just started the replay further back. I'll do it from Harrison Burton. So bottom line goes by. 3 car, all by himself out front. And bam, gets hit by the 50 car. Oh, up and over. That's like a classic inside line blowy. And that was a pretty hard hit right there, man. I'm not sure why I kept this one for so long. Maybe because I took control of the 21 car? Did I? I don't even remember. This was like earlier today. I don't even remember why I kept this much. Oh, no, I took control of the 34 car there, actually, I think. Oh, man, that was a brutal hit by Kaz. I didn't even see that. Oh, a couple of cars there took brutal hits. Holy shit. I didn't look at this all the way through. I remember now. But I had these cars, like, set to go to the inside wall. Kaz took a hell of a shot on the inside wall. My God. And so did the 48, I think. Oh, yeah, he hit those grabby tires at, like, Mach 1, I think. Let's see here. Is he still in the gas? No, he's letting off. Okay. Well, it wasn't Mach 1, but it was close enough. Oh. See what I mean by they grab you? Where's Kaz at? Yeah, that's a pretty brutal hit. I think this is also the one where I, like, grabbed Daniel Hemrick's car by the butt cheeks and then flung it across with the node grabber, but I could be wrong about that. I just saw like a piece of car fly by the screen and I was like, oh yeah, memory triggered. Oh, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was, to be honest with you. Okay, where's the 16 car here? We'll watch this in full speed. Car comes to a stop. Oh, it is, yeah. There's that piece that I saw flying by. Woo! Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. I love the way that this car can come apart like that. But it also scares me because, like, if it actually comes apart like that in real life, that would be the scariest thing of all time. Let's see here. 3 left. We're getting to the top 3. I believe this is the last replay with these paint schemes. We're going to sit back and enjoy from the onboard camera of Todd Gilliland through this. The Todd father, if you will. Gives his teammate a shot in the butt. Going through the tri-oval. I don't remember why I kept this one. I think this was a good one. And then right here, bam. Big time crash. Oh. Dude, that was a brutal hit. And Todd makes it through unscathed. Holy shit. Oh, no. Upside down goes Kurt. And then into the outside wall goes Todd. What a time to be alive. I figured that this was the one where Kurt went upside down, but I wasn't entirely sure. So this one I was trying to get a blowover like at the front of the pack in the corner, but it didn't really work out. But I kept it because Kurt just kind of did like flipped over on the transfer, which is kind of funny. Just kind of fell over, skidded upside down, sliding, comes to a stop, bam. Just clips the back of the 21 car. Alright, 2 more. I doubt that the last one is going to be like a super climactic finish, because if I remember correctly, the last one that I had, I just kind of like, I was trying to get a good crash, but then I just kind of like gave up with the final set of paint schemes, so we'll see. Oh no, this is the final one with this paint scheme set. Okay. Never mind then, I guess. I guess I was just wrong. See what happens here. Oh. 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 Huge crash. Oh yeah, this one's actually good. I might keep this crash for a compilation, actually. This one's cool because it kind of had like another sort of double blowover thing, but it wasn't really. Like, you'll see what I mean here. So coming into this is the tri-oval. I know my NASCAR terms. Goes to the bottom. Gets loose on the apron. Coming back up the track. And then right into the oncoming path of Kaz Gorilla, who barely sneaks by. My God. And then come back, just catch the 16 car, who doesn't actually get into the 34 car. But then you can see my car's starting to blow over by now. Oh no, he does get into the 34. So Kaz is actually the only one who gets away with this. Shades of 2017 Daytona. So my car does a little bit of a blow. He gets hit by the 45. And then these guys are going to kind of bring me into the crash that's already happening in front. And then right here, it's going to hit right on the front end of the 21. And in this case, instead of cucking me on a blowover, he actually helps me over. And I land back on the right side wheels. Look at this 34 car up on 2 wheels. I didn't even notice that. And then here comes the barrel rolls. Multiple flips. Lands it on the wheels remaining. I want to see what happened here to Michael McDowell through this one. Oh. Dude, a lot of these guys got so unlucky with their placements, man. Like, Todd Gilliland would have made it through that. Michael McDowell would have made it through that, but they all just got caught up in that crash. So unfortunate. Like, look at this. This is on board with Michael McDowell, and he thinks he's in the clear. If he could think. He's like, oh, I got it. I made it through. Todd Gilliland, I made it through. Oh, no. And he actually almost did a blow over there. Look at me barrel rolling in the background there. That was incredible. A tremendous video, that is. Okay, I'm definitely keeping that one. That might be the only one I keep, actually. And then we got the 86 megabyte one with the last paint schemes. Do not really remember what this one is. Yes, we got the Yanmar car from Todd Gilliland here. And the YZV car from Todd, or from, sorry, Michael McDowell. The Daniel Hemrick South Point car, one of the best paint schemes of 2022, changed my mind. Same as that Nashville car back there. Honestly, the YZV car doesn't look half bad either. And we got Austin Dillon in the bioethanol car. It's a little bit of contact from Kaz. Oh, and look at that beautiful blowy. Lands it over. And then Kaz comes back up the track and crashes into these guys. Oh, hard into the outside wall for the 48 car. Oh, look at Harrison Burton and Michael McDowell fighting for this lead. Too bad the freaking thing paused there, because that would have been an incredible hit to the inside wall there, but whatever. Here's another look. Austin Dillon. And the only patriotic car in the field, I believe that was Kaz's Coke 600 scheme from the year. And then, bam. That was a very quick blowover. Not super realistic, but still could happen. And then the big clog in the corner. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. Or I guess, you know, keep for myself for later in the BeamNG crashes folder. If you want to check that out, I'll probably have the playlist linked in the description. Maybe I won't, and maybe I'll just be lazy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.